Hello everyone, I am Yogesh Shripati Mitkal and today's date is 1 October 2021 and our today's video topic is what is the dependency injection and what is the inversion of control in Spring. These are the two topics which are present in Spring. The first of all, the dependency injections and the inversion of control are often mentioned as the primary advantage of using the Spring framework for developing the web framework. So could anyone explain what is the very simple terms and example if it is possible? So the Spring helps in the creation of the loosely coupled application because of the dependency injection. By using the dependency injection, we are creating the loose coupled applications. In a Spring, the object defines their associations, means the dependencies, and do not worry about how they will get those dependencies. It is the responsibility of the Spring to provide the required dependencies of creating an object. For an example, suppose we have some object or that name is employee and it has have a dependencies object like as a address. Means this employee address is dependent. This employee class which are dependent on the em- address class. So we will define a bin response string to employee that will define its the dependency not on object address. When Spring tries to create an employee object, it will see that the employee has a dependency on a address. So it will first create a address object, dependent object, and inject it into the employee object. So this is in the dependency. But in the inversion of control and the dependency injection are usually in a interchangeability. So the inversion of control is achieved through the dependency injection. So dependency injection is a process of providing the dependency, and inversion of control is the end result of the dependency injection. The it is a very point to be noted at that the point the dependency injection is not only way to achieve the inversion of control. There are the ways for the achieve the inversion of control. By using the dependency injection, the responsibility of the creating objects is shifted from our application code to the Spring container. This phenomenon is called injection of inversion of control. So the dependency injection can be done by the setter injection or constructor injection. So in that the setter injections, dependency injection. The dependency injection generally means the dependent object as a parameter to the method rather than having the method create the dependent object. What this means that in practice it is the method does not have direct dependency on a particular implementation. Any implementation that meets the requirement can be passed as a parameter. With the implementation of the object defines their dependency and the Spring made it available. This leads to loosely coupled applications development. There are some quick example of that the employee object when created, it will be automatically created a address object. So if address is defined as a dependency by the employee object, so the inversion of control container, this is a common characteristics of the framework. The inversion of control that manages the Java object from the instantiations to the destructions through its bin fact. The Java components that are the instantiated by the Ioc container are called as bins, and the Ioc container manages the bin scope, the lifecycle events, and any A of features for which has been configured and the coded. So these are the which are used in a dependency. The inversion of control as a design guideline serves the following purpose. There are some decoupling of the execution of the certain task from the implementation. Every model can focus on what it is designed for. Model make no assumptions but about what other systems do but do not reply on their contracts. Replacing models has no side effect on the other models. So in a Spring object are loosely coupled. each class is independent of each other so that everything can be tested individually. But when using those classes, a class may dependent on the other classes which need to be instantiated. So this is all about the dependency injections and the inversion of the control. Okay.